Hello and welcome to Sterling Lee Fine Art video blog. This is vlog number. And this has been my artistic week. Hello everyone and welcome to Sterling Lee Fine Art video blog. What a week I've had this week. Absolutely amazing. Just blew my mind away this week because I went on a gold leaf training course with the excellent Richard Walker of Watergill Studios down in Havant, not far from Portsmouth. Absolutely fantastic. So much so that I've learned how to gild onto glass. I've learned how to gild onto wood panelling. I've learned how to make my own primer, which is a recipe from hundreds of years ago as used by the Renaissance painters, which is just fantastic because I can now do preparation to my boards and panels for the gold leaf by using basically almost an ancient technique, which is just wonderful, and it gives such a smooth perfect glass-like finish to the board after you've sanded it a number of times. So the gold really reflects. I've also learned how to polish the gold, how to apply it as I've said, a number of different surfaces. This has obviously led to me buying lots more kit, which I'm always happy to do. Art supplies and me get on really well. So here are some of the things that I've purchased this week to assist with my gold leaf endeavours. First thing is, and I didn't buy this, this is something that I've used so far. This, as some of you will know, is primer. Now this actually goes onto the canvas. The canvas that I buy are already primed, and they have 3 coats of a proprietary commercial primer on them. However, what was used hundreds of years ago was a primer made from these ingredients. The first one being, you probably can't read it because it's back to front, rabbit skin glue. This is actually crystallised rabbit skin. I'll just show you what it's like. So just bear with me a second while I get the top open. And can you see in there? Can you see that? Look at that. It's actually like it's dried out rabbit skin. Doesn't smell too bad actually. But when you make it, you've got to use it. You can't leave it because it will go mouldy and it'll start to pen and ink. And also mixed with whiting, there we go, which is basically chalk. So you've got a natural product there and a natural product there, mixed with distilled water because you don't want any impurities in it at all. So the water and the glue all become coalesce. You mix it all together in a secret formula, yeah, it's a natural, time-honoured practice. So I will be using that on my next pieces. Fantastic. And also when you're doing glass gilding, so you can actually gild onto the back of glass. And I did have a piece down here. He looks around trying to find it, but I can't find it now because I'm in the process of moving studios, but more about that later. So when you use a water solution to gild on the back of glass, you actually use one of these little, see that there? That is just an empty crystal, gelatine crystal capsule. And that's all that you need to go with a pint of water to give you enough adhesion to gild on the back of glass. And then when you've got the gold onto the back of glass, you can actually put your design onto that. So you have a mirror effect of the gold coming through the glass, and then you can see through the inscriptions that you make, which is quite spectacular. And I've got quite a few ideas of what to do with that. Ballerina dresses and such, very exciting. So that was that. And then you've got also got this little oil gilding, so you can oil gild, you can water gild, and I can use the normal sort of stuff that I've been using for a while, which is this general proprietary gold leaf adhesive. So there are 3 different ways now for me to gild. What I also bought as well was this is a gilder's pad. Now this is if you want to do any gilding outside, so you can put the gold onto there and the wind doesn't blow it around, because the gold is exceedingly light and just fritters away. But I'm going to take that off because I don't envisage gilding outside at all. So, but yeah, that is a nice soft pad, which I need to put some talcum powder over so the gold doesn't stick to it. So you put the gold onto there, and then with this little baby, you actually put that onto there and you just pick the gold leaf up onto it. This is a squirrel hairbrush. And all you need to do is put the tiniest amount of Vaseline on, or you can just, or do that. Put the oils off your skin off the back of your neck on that, and that will pick up the gold. Isn't that amazing? And then you just pick that up and you just transfer it onto the thing that you're going to put the gilding on. But you have to keep moving it through the air, so as you're always pushing the gold onto this. The things I've learned, honestly. And then it doesn't fly off. And it just goes straight down onto whatever gilding. When it's all dry, you then fetch it off with this little baby. Bought so much stuff. And this is another squirrel hairbrush. It's so soft. It's lovely. So soft. It's really nice little bit of kit. But before you do that, you actually cut the gold leaf with a gilder's knife. This is a double-edged knife. And all you do is that you actually, with the golds on here, you actually just put the knife on. Can't quite see that, can you? There we go. Oh, there we go, baby. That's all you do, just to cut the gold on there. Then you can lift it off with this. It's all very exciting. So that's that. What else have I bought? Because I have bought stuff. 2 more gilding brushes. Different brushes for different sort of stuff. And I found that you can actually get lemon gold, red gold, normal gold, champagne gold and white gold. 5 different colours of gold. And that's just a small selection of an absolute rainbow palette. You can probably get about 20 different colours of gold leaf, all gold, range from 23.5 carat down to about 8 or 9 carat. And the reason that they drop down is because silver and other natural materials are added to them to give them a different colour and to make them easier to work with. That's why you only get 23.5 carat gold is the highest carat of gold leaf that you can get for artwork, because it has a little bit of silver into it, so it's easier to work with. 24 carat gold is to fly away, and it just doesn't, it's not easy to work with, it's just too difficult. So there we go. So another thing that I bought, this just blew my mind. This is a product called, it's got a great name, it's called Mini Artem. Almost sounds like a James Bond villain, that little tub there. And what this does is that you actually, it's liquid, you know, international sound for liquid. You dip your brush into that and you paint it, and the thicker it is, it dries actually in the shape that it is in cross section, if that makes any sense. So if it's thicker, it will rise above the paper, because you can paint this onto paper. You can paint it onto anything, but I'm going to use this to paint onto paper. And then when you put the gold leaf on top, because it dries really quickly, then the gold leaf will retain the shape of the bead that you've painted on, if you paint it on thick enough. And that will, when it dries, which is quite quickly, it looks like liquid gold. You can look like liquid gold running in the page, or you can use it for fine detail. So I'm very excited to be using some of this. In fact, I can't wait. So there we go. All of this stuff, plus when I bought the starter kit, there's quite a, it doesn't look it, but there's a considerable amount of gold in there, 23.5 carat gold, which is most of the kit price actually. But there we go. Really exciting. I've got so many ideas for producing gold leaf onto some hand pressed, handmade cotton paper, which will have like a deckled edge all the way down it. International sign for deckled edge, you know, obviously to the top and the bottom as well, so it's all together. And that'll be a nice sort of feathered out effect. So the gold leaf will just sort of cascade away from the ballerina and just fritter away. So that's really nice, and I'm going to make that into some floating frames, because I've got the shoot prepared coming up soon with a new model that I'll be shooting with, which is also really exciting. So it's going to be really good. So I've got so much stuff to do that I'm really, really excited about, which is going to be mostly for, well, I say mostly. I'm doing it because I'm going to art fairs. So the stuff that I've got now will go to the art fairs, but I'm also looking to produce some new stuff, which will be gold leaf ballerinas, but just presented in a different way, and hopefully more appealing, but they definitely just will be more beautiful. So there we go. That was that. Fantastic week. Loved every second of my training. Really, really good, and can't wait to get started. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me some nice comments, and I'll see you soon.